Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware, if this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses, so for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you evidence of new oil drilling by Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. We're also going to be looking at a rumour of a huge acquisition by Exxon in the Permian, and as well as that, we're going to be doing an update for GNS and TTOO. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here from Yahoo Finance: September jobs report shows the UK economy remains stronger than Wall Street thinks. So I think a lot of people have been predicting a recession. We're not there yet. And shout out here to investing.com, who stated the US economy adds 336,000 jobs in September, and this has been the most since February. US unemployment rates holds at a steady 3.8%, and obviously that does need to improve. And from CNBC, we can see here the Dow Jones was up 200 points after a little bit more of a shaky start. But if we have a look at the reaction of the markets here, shout out here to the Kobisi letter, who stated here, just in, the S&P 500 made nearly 100-point reversal in 2 hours, and we can see that in the chart, adding $660 billion in market cap. So after the jobs report nearly doubled expectations, we did see a sharp drop, and then obviously a very, very significant increase, which you can see there took place in the 2 hours. And the reaction on the heat map here, we can see again significant areas of green, except for some of the sectors in energy. Let's now have a look at the news with regard to oil drilling by Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. So shout out here to C-Plant, who posted earlier, it's the moment we've been waiting for, so let's get ready to rumble and put some oil in the tanks. Congratulations to all the stockholders. So we can see here a picture of what certainly looks like some drilling. So we're going to analyze the picture shortly as well. So there is an additional picture here, which is a little bit more of a close-up, and we can see the actual image itself here, taken on Thursday the 5th of October 2023. So what I have done is used the AI to analyze the picture, and this is the response from AI. So the question was, what is actually happening in this picture? So the response here is, obviously the picture we know is a screenshot of a video on a phone, so that's already been confirmed. But according to AI, it shows drilling in a drilling rig in the middle of a field. The drilling rig is tall and has a large drill bit at the top, and there are several people working around the drilling rig. So based on the information of the picture, there is also confirmation here the drilling rig is being used to drill a hole in the ground. The hole is likely to be being drilled to extract extract oil or natural gas. People working around the drilling rig are likely to be oil workers or natural gas workers, and they are responsible for operating the drilling rig and ensuring that it's running safely. So that's something that we haven't really seen before, so very positive. So shout out here to Pocahontas, who's responded here, we are making waves and new inroads every day. Nextbridge Hydrocarbons is quietly and steadily making progress with the oil and gas assets, and obviously trust here is in Greg McCabe, who is now the CEO and has the best interest of all the shareholders. So in terms of follow-on, shout out here to Status Pay, who stated, we're looking at 60 billion for 2.2 billion barrels of oil. Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, that's referring to the Exxon potential deal, which we're going to look at shortly. Nextbridge Hydrocarbons is believed to have a larger reserve than this. I believe that's in excess of 3.2 billion. Oil prices, obviously, we know are on the rise, and the shout out there to Unusual Whales with regard to that Exxon potential deal getting very, very closer. So Syntax has stated, Rich Matheson, the Torchlight assets, now Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, was the largest onshore oil and gas find in over 30 years. So if we go back to the earlier information on Torch, that was stated, but for clarification, what we also need to basically state that in terms of Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, compared to the other companies, Nextbridge is not in full flow of drilling yet. So shout out here to Josephine, who stated that is something that we have to take into account. Obviously the other companies are producing 300 to 350,000 barrels a day, and that is generating them revenue and income. We're looking at $5 billion, and that is not the case with Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. So that's why we're not really comparing like with like. However, the news is still good, the news is still positive, and it certainly does mean that there is huge potential, huge value in this, especially once this drilling indicates oil, indicates gas, and possibly indicates how much. Let's now have a look at the news with regard to Exxon. So this is dated Friday the 6th of October 2023. The headline here is Exxon is days away from buying shale giant Pioneer in a seismic deal that will reshape US energy. So let's have a look at the details of this. So the rumours are it is close to agreeing this deal with Pioneer Natural Resources, and this could be worth roughly $60 billion and also could reshape the US oil industry. So obviously we know that Exxon is currently flushed with cash. They posted record profit in 2022, and they have been looking at options to push deeper into West Texas. So the acquisition of Pioneer, which has got the $50 billion market cap, would be Exxon's largest deal since they took over Mobil in 1999, and it would give them a dominant position in the Permian region. And what is interesting here is they've also stated that this region is integral to its future growth plans. So hopefully we get similar news in the future for Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. But let's now move on to have a look at GNS. So shout out here to Roger James Hamilton, who's posted earlier today. We previewed the Genius Metaversity 2 at the Genius Group Global Partnership Conference this week. 4 campuses and partner portal designed at Space Station, harnessing cutting edge of AI and VR for the future of learning. So in terms of this conference, we can see here that Genius is to host a partner conference in the metaverse, and obviously we are expecting more than 700 partners from around the world to also attend. So good news there for Genius. And we can also see in other news in terms of earnings, we can see that in the previous earnings that the revenue growth was 121%, gross profit margin was 52.6%, and we're looking at 41% student growth to 5.4 million students. So all positive news there for GNS. If we have a look at the chart over the previous 5 days, we can see it's up close to 22%. Certainly not trading at where it currently belongs in terms of a realistic value. But today was a good day for GNS, up in excess of 16.25% at time of editing, trading at $1.03. So let's now move on to have a look at TTOO. So this is a stock that we have been featured on a number of occasions on the channel, and this is a stock that we called out in the pre-market today amongst a number of other stocks. So let's have a look at some news with regard to TTO. So we can see here they're also to report preliminary third quarter 2020 financial results on October the 12th. So that's another date for your diary. So we will be watching that carefully as well. And in terms of global partnerships, we can also see that the company is strong there, and they did post about this earlier today, and these partnerships are in the UAE, Middle East. So good news there. So let's have a look at the chart for now for TTOO. So if we look at the chart for today, we can see at time of editing is up in excess of 30%, at trading at 25 cents. We know it has been trending down, and certainly again, similar to GNS, not trading at a price reflective of its value, but a good day today and another stock that we will be watching. And finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.